Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. My name is Zen.
And I'm Levon.
And this is
Let's Talk. Today we're talking about mindfulness, and I'm so happy to have on our show today a very good friend of mine from high school days. We went all the way back, Mrs. Debbie Zwanikken. Debbie,
welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Yes, thank you for having me on.
And this is your first time, of course, with Let's Talk.
Yeah,
not the last time.
No, well, you never know. If you're going to invite me back already, that's great. I love that.
Another topic.
Another topic.
Can you tell our viewers really who is Debbie Zwanikken?
Well, I grew up here. I grew up in Saunders. I went to school here. I went to St. Peter's Hillside, Milton Peters, and Martin Academy. Lived here, lived in Holland, lived in the States for a little bit. What I'm known for most recently is that my son passed.
Yes.
Yes, I had a son with a very famous politician, Theo Heiliger.
Yes.
Curtis, my sweet son, passed approximately 6 months ago. And I'm here actually to talk about the journey that I started when I recognized that things were not going so well with Curtis.
Yeah, 6 months already. I was just about to say, was it 6 months?
Yeah.
Wow, that was really fast.
Yeah.
And really to talk to us really about the journey, yes.
I am here to talk about that journey. It's something about us as people that we live with other people, and we have the tendency not to see the people that are around us.
Yeah.
And that is becoming so predominant now in our society that...
How do you mean? Like we take them for granted?
You take them for granted. Certain signs that we don't have time for people. We're on our cell phones. We're in a car. We're rushing. You know, we're not having dinners together.
Trying to get from point A to point B.
What's a priority is of course always to make money. Which is, of course, we need that as a basic requirement to live. But it's taken such a big, huge hunk out of our time. And that we're like rats running after that, that we miss what's important. We miss that the importance of our children, our spouse, our friendships, what those things actually mean to us at the end of the day.
Yes.
At the end of the day, those are the things that are going to make us happy.
And so so you began your journey with mindfulness.
And so I began my journey with mindfulness as Curtis came back and as he explained to me certain things that he was very upset about over the years. And I guess, like any other mother, I was one that wanted to see my son do well. So I was extremely aware that he had to focus on a lot of things. And you tend to ask that person to stay focused on what you think is important, on what you think the society thinks is important. And when he passed, and I thought, those things really ain't that important now. You ask yourself, what's important now?
Yeah. And I remember Curtis because I was telling you before we started taping that I was a teacher. I taught for a little while at his school.
You are a teacher.
I am still a teacher. And I just remember this young man. He was always so... he was quite loving, and he always smiled, and he loved my subject. He loved the arts. And he was always a bit mature. And yes, he would, laugh at his friends, but there was always something different and something really special. So you know how hard it was for me when this happened. I had to come to your home, and we sat a while. And first thing is, let's plan the funeral. Let's get it all, organized. It was really nice to be a part. Thanks. And I sang too, yes, and to be a part of that whole experience with you, and it was actually for Curtis, you know. So, and also Tell us about what is meant to be mindful.
That's it. So when under all the stress of that, and I just had to like do a 180, I needed to sit down, I needed to retreat, and I did that. And I went to see a therapist, and she said to me, you know, you need to learn how to breathe.
Oh,
Because I'm always somebody who's on the go, you know,
Yeah, I know.
rapid, fast, quick, come on, move.
We're all
Have to-
reaction. All three.
don't have time for that. What's that? Move, you know. So she told me you need to take some time out to take a step back and learn how to breathe. And she said when you come into situations that you feel like you're going to explode, just breathe and breathe deeply. And the lady actually made me put my hand on my stomach and breathe inside. And I'm like, this lady doesn't really understand what my situation is.
She's
And-
showing you a technique.
Yes, she was teaching me to breathe all the way into my stomach.
Yeah, and you're like,
Yeah.
I just lost a son, and this is what she's doing now?
No. This was actually when I noticed that he got
Okay,
sick.
great. Okay.
When I noticed that he got sick. So I was in the U.S.
Okay.
and that was one of the techniques that she had encouraged her patients to use to calm down. And so when I got back to St. Martin, and you're back in the thick of things, and I was having that experience where she gave me a rock as well. And she said, when you come into a difficult situation, I want you to touch the rock, and I want you to do your deep breathing so that you can hold. And so I practiced that. And I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This actually works.
But then what's the association with the rock?
The
then?
rock
You just
is to
touch it?
stay. It's like to be centered.
Yeah.
It is to
To
remind
bring you
yourself.
back to that.
It is a reminder that you are here, stay here in your skin, be here, and breathe. Breathe deeply, and breathe and calm down
While holding the rock.
while holding the rock.
Okay.
You see, what happens for a lot of people who have a tendency to be get upset easily and quickly, it's that's just a habit. It's just habit formation.
Yes, it is.
And
Yeah.
so the technique of breathing actually is to help build your prefrontal cortex, which actually gives you a break to slow down whatever it is that you're. So you breathe deeply, you get that nice rich
Positive energy.
oxygen going to your blood, to your brains, and that calms you down. And this works.
Wow.
This works.
Yeah, because before the break, before the break, before we started taping, I spoke to Debbie also about my challenge with ADHD, which we're going to touch on. I have not.
Which she has not been diagnosed.
I have
She's
diagnosed myself.
I
just diagnosed me.
Yes.
But I can't tell you if I am. And
Yes.
I received.
Lavon is ADHD. Let me tell you, Lavon is all over the place.
I
Right.
have
Like-
my referral letter, and it has absolutely nothing to do with I'm putting off going to a psychologist. I just didn't have the time to reach out to a psychologist because my plate is full and there's so much going on, and I just haven't had the time to. So it's there, and but my thing is, okay, the psychologist says, yeah, you have ADHD. What's next?
Right.
So
Well, it's always good to know, though.
yeah,
And so
Yeah.
for a long time, I mean, after what happened with Curtis, I was like, maybe I should have just gone and gotten checked as well.
Correct.
Because I was suspicious that there was something going on for a long time. Lose stuff, or can make papers disappear like magic. You know,
mean you or
yes, me.
Curtis?
No, I.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, but neurologically,
Ooh, child, I can see
neurologically we pass things on to the generation that comes,
Yeah.
and with the toxicities in
I
the
see what you
environment.
mean.
Eating habits, lifestyle, whether you
Yes.
drink, smoke, do you get enough sleep,
Yeah.
all those things.
see it.
It makes a difference.
So it actually
Explains a lot.
it means that I have some work to do. But I also tuned in, and I was talking to you too about the Oprah Winfrey channel, Oprah Winfrey Network, where she had started this whole mindfulness session with Mr.
Deepak Chopra.
Deepak
Yes,
Chopra.
yeah.
And I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is really what I need.
Yeah.
I need to do this. Okay, when do I begin?
I think we're on day 19.
Wow.
So you jumping on the train and it's almost about to get off.
Also,
Yeah.
I might have to buy the whole.
You might have to just buy the whole package.
But I could have done it for free.
You could have done it for free.
My goodness, you see.
But it's
Being
it's
mindful.
worth the time. It's
Yeah.
worth the time. And I've been practicing mindfulness now for more than 2.5 years. So for me, it's nothing for me to sit down, and I've gotten so many benefits from it. Absolutely knowing how I feel like I'm sitting next to Zen, what am I feeling, my vibrations. I can trust those things and be honest with my gut feeling, my heart, you know.
So when you say you practice meditation and mindfulness,
yes.
What do you do? So for the viewers who want to know, for persons who want to practice and they've thought about it, because often you hear people say, okay, I want to do, but what do I do? Where do I begin?
Well,
daily?
that's what something I wanted to ask you. Do you think it would be possible for me to walk
Yeah.
Zen through a body mindfulness here
Put
on
your
the
foot down
show?
because you're cutting off already.
That's all. That's all.
Yes?
Yeah.
So, Zen, I want you to sit as relaxed as possible as you can while the camera is looking right at you with all the viewers.
Right.
So, do you feel relaxed?
I'm cool.
Yes? Okay,
Uh-huh.
great. I want you to take this moment now to look into the camera.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then I want you to take this moment to close your eyes in, and I want you to bring your attention now to your feet. Can you feel your feet?
Yes.
Yes? Can you feel where the shoes are around your feet?
Yes.
Can you feel the air on your legs,
Yeah.
on your lower legs? Bring your attention now closer to your knees.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, keep going with that feeling and feel where your bottom makes contact with the chair. Yes. And feel does it feel heavy? Does it feel light? Just feel all the sensations that are there. So you take your time to feel that. Now then I want you to bring your attention now to your arms. Then I'd like you to relax your arms. Now bring your attention to your hands. We carry a lot of tension in our hands, so I'd like you to tell your hands to relax. Just relax your hands. Relax your shoulders. Bring your attention to your abdomens. Relax your abdomen. We carry tension in our abdomen, so that would be one of the areas that you would breathe into it and relax. Just breathe naturally. No need to make it long or short. Bring your attention to your throat. Now bring your attention to your neck. Bring your attention to your chin and relax it. We carry a lot of tension in our faces. Relax your facial muscles. Relax your eyes. Relax your whole forehead. Okay, then I want you to take this moment to try as best as you can to feel your whole body sitting in the chair right here. Just feel where you take up space here on this chair and time. After the next breath, you can open your eyes. How does that feel?
I felt my arms heavy, as if they were drawn
Yeah.
down.
So what it is
Did
is
you-
our brains carry so much power that we can actually make ourselves relax.
Yes.
Whatever words we can use that on ourselves to make ourselves relax and stay here.
It's the
So-
tone of your voice as well, huh?
It is.
Relaxes me.
I have to use a proper tone to get you to calm down. So as we practice, this is mindfulness in a body scan format.
Yes.
So what you become aware of first when we start mindfulness is to be aware of the space that your body picks up in it and all that it experiences where it aches, but don't judge it.
No.
So you're not judging how it looks, how it feels, whether you find it's too fat or whatever.
Yeah.
You accept You go through it like that. It's a really great psychology tool to make people love themselves just as is. And once you start to build that relationship of loving the self, the body, then it's just okay.
And what I love most about meditation is that you can do it anywhere.
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 You can sit in your office if you're in an
That's
office.
it.
If you're a janitor, anywhere in a space. It doesn't matter where.
Yes.
But that you can take that time to come back to who you are.
Yes.
And whether listen to that inner child or whatever.
Yes.
I love that about meditation.
And your ideas and your creativity comes from somewhere else.
Yes.
It's not always coming from outside, but if it is coming from outside, you're constantly having a discussion with yourself
Yes.
that is not taking up a lot of mental energy. And so you're also aware of any negative thoughts that you have. So that was one of the things. So when you're doing the breathing meditation, because what I did was walk you through the body scan.
Yes.
But when we do the breathing mindfulness technique, we listen to our thoughts.
Yes.
So basically, first, you're supposed to feel your breath, not imagine your breath, not anything else about the breath, but feel the breath. You have to feel the air going into your nostrils, the rising and the falling on your body. And as you sit there, of course, your mind is going to go millions of places, especially you young ladies. After spending some time with you. I know.
Actually, I'm quite relaxed
The
now,
body
you know?
scan relaxes you.
Yes,
The body
I feel
scan.
quite relaxed.
If you have any problem sleeping, you can use this technique and you will fall asleep. After maybe about 5 minutes of doing this, it's like, oh, okay, fine, bye.
We have, for example, like, and we are confronted with this daily as teachers also. A lot of kids and a lot of students that are extremely hyper.
Yeah.
And completely out of control.
I know.
You really see that they cannot control this. So often you find doctors prescribing Ritalin or some other
Adderall or
Yes,
whatever.
all
Yeah,
of this
I
medication
guess,
that really goes to the opposite extreme.
Yes,
you
I
know,
know.
this slow thinking
slump.
and kids really don't like it.
No.
And I think this would be such a great tool to help children.
I have done
really.
it at the vocational school. I've done it.
wow.
I've actually done it at CIA.
Great.
I give it to fifth graders and I introduced it to the sixth graders as well.
Yeah.
I volunteer at the vocational school, but we're very touchy, they're a bit touchy about introducing it because they say they don't know what it is. When people don't know what meditation is, they think, oh, I don't know what you're going to do with those kids. So, you know,
Religious
so, well,
part
yes,
of it.
yes.
And how-
And it does come from Buddhism, but the Western world in their, of course, understanding of what psychology is said, oh, we can run with this. We can make this
I
work.
mean, is it killing you?
No.
Oh, I saw a
no.
documentary a couple of months ago. Can't remember on which channel, but anyway, in Japan, they had the kindergarten group. They have them meditate before the actual learning takes place. They had the whole
That's what
class sitting.
Yeah.
And
That
they were
is it.
meditating.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite interesting.
It-
and it
it-
got stuck to me. I'm like, that would be so awesome.
I would love the opportunity, and that's why I keep writing about it, because I keep writing about
Yes,
it
your
in
column in
my
the
column in
newspaper,
the
yeah.
newspaper. I would like it to be something that becomes part of our society, and you know, whoa, with the adults, I understand. Maybe, you know, if they decide they want to pick it up, but why not introduce it on the curriculum?
Yes.
Why not encourage children to try to sit and feel their bodies and stay with who they are inside? You know, the education system is coming from the outside. It's always consistently telling you what to do, how to
And
be,
that's-
blah, blah,
and
blah,
that's
blah,
such
blah,
a
blah, blah,
pity,
blah,
you
blah.
know?
Right,
But
right.
for you to keep in touch with who you are and the things, and the better side of you,
Yeah.
of course, because the quiet side of you that you get to know while you meditate manifests itself differently than things from the outside.
Yeah.
But you can enjoy anything. You can, usually people who meditate will not smoke cigarettes, but they can drink, and they can laugh, and they can party, and they can feel everything to the degree that, hey, you know, this is enough.
Yeah.
Right.
We
That
watched-
is
They're
enough.
sensitive about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right,
We
yes.
can do that, and
Yeah.
You're
this
aware.
is enough. Yeah. you're constantly in tune with yourself.
It takes me back actually to a video or a YouTube video that I saw about this little girl. Parents were, I mean, the school complained about her and how busy she was and completely out of control. And one day the parents decided to take her to a psychologist to see what could happen and what was wrong with their daughter and why she was kept put out of class. And the psychologist really focused on what she felt the child was missing. What about doing some activity that would calm her down? I mean, what is your kid passionate about? And they were clueless, like as parents, like we don't know, like
Passion.
and
What passion?
finally
We gotta work.
the teacher exactly. Finally, the psychologist said, "Well, why don't you try a dance class? Why don't you go and try a ballet class?" And that was it.
Yeah.
The
And-
quietness, the movement,
Yeah.
the music was very subtle, and that was what her passion was, and
Yeah.
just continued dancing, and that calmed her really, really, really much.
And I think everybody has to have a shot to find something in life that actually gives them that
Yeah.
dopamine rush, that
Yeah, about that dopamine.
that dopamine rush. Czech Mihaly is one of those doctors that psychologists that understood and started writing on the topic of flow. That sometimes when we're in the zone, whether it's basketball or if it's dancing or if you can get it in reading or in producing a piece of work that you're writing, whatever it is that we find ourselves, when we find that we're there, it just gives you chills because you know exactly where you are. I get it sometimes now after about 10 months of playing tennis on the tennis court.
You play tennis?
I picked it
my
up in
gosh.
February.
Oh, wow,
Amazing.
nice.
Wow.
When I'm with the swing, you know, and I'm like
in
I'm
a trance.
so but I'm so mindful of it. And my coach, you know, he pats me on the back. He's 21. He goes, he says, "Oh, you improved so much."
You're like, I'm just hitting a ball. I'm just hitting a ball.
Yeah, but you know, and I can tell when I'm getting tired and when I start to be negative towards myself. How could you miss that? You know, and then but I can hear myself talk to myself like that, and then I say, "Okay, Debbie, you're losing it out here, girl. Just go get some water." You know. So,
But you mentioned just now dopamine. What is that?
all right, dopamine is a neurotransmitter that actually helps us to stay focused in the flow. The highest level of flow that we ever attain is actually during the act of sex, the act of making love. And so dopamine is that stuff that helps you to be there, focus, calm, happy. It gives you joy.
Yes.
Right.
Dopamine gives you joy, but you also have it that if it's in the back of the brain, it also has to do with movement. So people who have Parkinson's, for example, have a lack of dopamine, and the dopamine cells are dying.
They're breaking down.
Yeah.
So basically, if I say the more dopamine you have, the more relaxed you are.
Not relaxed, it's
Or aware or
focused. It's focused, and still it's not so simple. It's not so simple as only to be focused. It has to do with motivation. So it's a stimulus that comes through your body and has to stay the course. When we drink coffee, for example, we get it. I don't know if I mentioned before, off camera, I mentioned from cocaine to candy. You can get dopamine, sex, lust, all those different things give us the dopamine kick.
I'm so happy that we've really touched on mindfulness because it has really
interesting.
Oh, mindfulness gives you the dopamine rush as well.
Yes. No more, please. She's just been hyper for weeks since the show, since we've been started airing the show.
Yes.
Oh
I will
my
call her every hour of the
goodness.
day.
BBN. I'm like, okay, Zed. You know, but I'm really gonna focus
you want to
on
consider it.
mindfulness.
Yeah,
and-
I hope it's something that you guys consider.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I'm really happy that you had me on the show
Yeah.
and that I had a chance to talk about it a
Yes.
little bit. And so thanks for participating.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
that Curtis gave us the opportunity.
Curtis
to-
gave me
to
the
do
opportunity.
this.
He's like, look, woman, you got to get your act together because you don't
Work.
know nothing.
You know what to do, mommy. Just do it, okay? Just
Yeah.
do it. We
Yeah.
want to thank you so much,
Yes,
Debbie, for being
absolutely.
here. And the kids are fine, and
Yes,
everybody is
everyone's fine.
fine.
Thank you. You
And
guys
we all
are
are being
fine.
mindful now too.
Yes,
Mommy is
ev-
mindful, so we're gonna be mindful.
Mindful, exactly.
It doesn't make me perfect, okay?
I know,
I have my
I
moments when I
know.
just flip up.
I know, I
Come
know.
back,
Say
Debbie,
hi.
come back.
Mindful.
Get
Yeah.
into your homework yet? That kind of thing, you know. But we want to thank you so much for being here, and you can check us out on
Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And look us up if you have any ideas,
Yes.
comments, or
Yes, please send it. Please send it to Let's Talk,
And we'll comment, of course. And
and we'll see you next week
sure.
with another show. Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
This is Let's Talk. So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.